Hello and welcome. I'm Master Lama Rasaji, and this is our Friday Shangri-La edition of Rasaji Speak. Hope you've had a great week. Don't forget it's not too late to sign up for Friday's training. 1 o'clock. Chime in and let Lama Ji know it's your first time there. Today's title is Unlocking the Upanishads, Ancient Wisdom for Modern Day Living. Well, let's see what we can do with a little bit of the Upanishads, straight from the Upanishads. As a caterpillar having come to the end of one blade of grass, draws itself together, reaches for the next, so that self, having come to the end of one's life and dispels all ignorance, gathers in his facilities, reaches out from his old body. The great forest is apt name for the Upanishads, which is by far the longest and one of the most reverence of these magnificent documents. The forest of wisdom. To read it is like walking through a great forest with paths leading off to be unpredictable but somehow meaningful directions. We keep coming across gems of wisdom. The opening selection illustrates the being one of the most illuminating discussions and wisdoms of any tradition. It is a dialogue between a husband and a wife that has reached a critical junction in his own life. He is about to leave his home, the young man, in pursuit of truth, the light of truth, and self-realization. Maitreya shares his yearning for immortality. And so parting dialogue between them turns into deep session of spiritual instruction. And one of the meanings of the word Upanishad. Very interesting, yes? All this is full. All that is full, from fullness, fullness comes. When fullness is taken from fullness, fullness still remains. Shanti, 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 Shanti. Depending on who you talk with, some people say the Upanishads were written somewhere between 500 and 1000 AD. But the Siddhas know truly better because some of the writings are actually passed down Siddhas that were around 5,000, 10,000 years ago. Some say as far back as the Ramayana. Some say that Lord Hanuman and Lord Ram and their advisor and Ram's father were part of the dialogues that were passed down from the Ramayana to now. If that's true, they kind of depict the Ramayana to be somewhere between 12 and 24,000 years ago. So who is right? Just as they say that yogas and some of the siddhanas are 5,000 years old, there's a lot of people that put an extra zero on there and say it's 50,000 years old. People who pursue the truth and the light of truth their whole life, it unveils to them. I remember my journey in the beginning as I was beginning to have the awakening. It started in yoga and martial arts. And the yoga that I pursued first was like so many, it was hatha yoga, and it was a physical yoga, stretching, conditioning. The martial art I pursued was a very young martial art, Okinawa Shoin-ryu, right? Shoin-ryu is a Japanese word that means from the forest. Today's reading is prevalent. Shaolin is a Mandarin Chinese word that means from the forest. Don't you just love that? I went to the forest and eventually continue homeward. And my journey started at the outside, but as I got closer and closer to the teachings consciously of Tai Chi Gong, I found out the real journey was within. Within, as I got there, I started to read the Bhagavad Gita, the discourse between Arjuna and Lord Krishna, started to read the Ramayana, the Shiva Purana, which some say is the oldest written text on the planet, right? Purana speaks, Rasaji speaks, God speaks is actually what Shiva Purana says for. God's son speaks, Rasaji speaks. Very interesting how it all came together. And the Upanishads is a collection of that. A lot of the city yoga masters, the siddhas, kind of look to the Upanishads a little bit between Proverbs and the Psalms in the Old Testament. And if you understand that, it's not a bad place to start. If you're new to Indian philosophy, Indian psychology, or religious teachings of India, India, by most people, are looked to be as the most oldest living civilized people on the planet. Now, I know the Aborigines would be considered, as far as native, to be the oldest. But when you look today, the way India, especially in the villages that Lamaji has been to many, many times, even in this lifetime, because I spent almost 5 full years in India in this lifetime alone, did a lot of journeys. And in that time period, it became more and more prevalent that some of the ways they live in the villages today is not much different than the way they lived 10,000 years ago. You can't say that about many areas. You can't say that about America or Canada or Europe. You can't say that about them. Most of Australia, New Zealand, you can't say that about them. Most of South America, you can't say. One thing is we can say for sure, as we say in Tibet, is Baraka B'Shai. May the blessings be to you and to your glorious family. I look forward to seeing you guys bright and early tomorrow on Saturday's edition of Rasaji Speaks. God bless you and God bless your family.